Barbecue chicken alert.
That's a horrible way to start the video. Hi, hello YouTube. No Alex today. Usually he would be here for this early morning class, but this is right after my class and I kind of just spent it redesigning a lot of the stuff because we basically have to make 4 robots to have like a profession of some sort, and then 1 mech robot that's piloted by a driver. And I actually spent like the whole class just redesigning everything that I was previously doing because it kind of didn't really make that much sense. But I'm gonna cut to that in a little bit because I do have to work on a different assignment, but I can't record it because I'm working on the school stuff and I don't know how to set up a screen record there. So I was thinking about recording first thing, but I was already so late to class. Like, I actually don't know what happened to me. Like, for some reason, the second I hit college, I literally could not wake up any earlier than like 9 a.m. and not be like extremely tired. Like, I was doing that basically every day for high school, so I don't know why it's so different in college. It doesn't really make any sense. The last video, I felt scammed. I actually felt like completely scammed. So we're gonna give this another try. First bite, no filling again, but this time you can actually see it a little bit, so that's good. But I feel like the whole point of this is to have it with the actual stuff inside, and there's literally like none of it. So because with the actual filling, I think it's very good, but without, it kind of just tastes like a bagel. So I think I'll keep my rating pretty much the same, but 7.5 out of 10. I'm gonna finish eating and then I'm gonna go work on my other assignment, but you guys won't see that. Maybe future me will put it somewhere in this video once I actually finish it, but I'm gonna cut to that other robot assignment because I have a lot of stuff to do for that. So I will talk to you guys later.
2 piece with a biscuit.
My school's actually doing a field trip today, but it's not like high school and you have to get there yourself. So it's like super early in the morning and I think my train is late. So hopefully I don't miss their meet time over there, but I'll try and record a little bit because I'm supposed to be drawing while I'm there for like I guess it's an in-class assignment. I'm gonna be just busy drawing, but I'll try and record a little bit. I will talk to you guys later.
Here at the Royal Winter Fair in 2024. That was Regan Bailey, who was junior champion and first Premier League at the Sprint Dairy Show and at the Royal Winter Fair. That was Regan Adine, who was junior.
All right, really quick voiceover part for this video because I'm running out of storage like every time I try to record for a video. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'll literally delete every video after I already post it from my phone and then the storage is still running low. So I'll try to run through this as quick as I can. I also ran out of storage when I was recording this and I was supposed to basically create 10 drawings with 3 of them being storytelling of the area that I was in for this field trip, and I kind of didn't bother with the other 7. I'm like, let me just focus on these 3 because they have to be in my final portfolio for the end of the semester. And I ended up just getting the roughs done for all 3 of them, and I couldn't record it because I didn't have enough storage. The one in this video is kind of the story of just I was walking around the sheep pen with like the sheep area where they keep all of like the specific animals because they have like separate corrals and areas for each animal. And I was in the sheep one, and this girl was sitting in the pen with the sheep, and I was like, oh, I need to take a picture of this. And storytelling wise, I think it's it's probably the funniest thing that I've seen in a farm, because I went to this trip last year too, and we kind of had to do the same thing, but it was a little more focused on like the structure of them because we were still kind of learning that. And yeah, I think that I got so used to trying to make everything look very clean and just very like streamlined and sharp. So I think with these sketches, because I'm not done yet still, I tried to keep it just very loose, kind of like what I used to do before I started just making portfolios and doing all the digital stuff. And I think keeping your lines loose is very nice, especially before you go in and ink, because I also don't really ink any of my sketches at all. But for this one, I kind of wanted to try that out just so there's a little more of a focal point, especially when I'm trying to tell a story. And the other one that I did while I was out on this field trip is also a little more storytelling, but I think that the one that I recorded for this part that you guys are watching right now is also probably the sketch with the best story element to it. Also, future me, can you throw up that other assignment that I did for the walk? Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to show you guys the other assignment because I couldn't record that. I didn't expect this video to be mostly about animals, but I guess that's all right. We'll have a theme. But I just started the third sketch, which is just some sheep lined up because they had a lot of competitions there, and I guess they really just have trophies for everything. Like at this fair, well, kind of a fair, not just a indoor farm, they had trophies for butter sculptures, and they had trophies for the best cow or the best sheep. Like, what are you even rating the animals on? Like, while I was watching them, I guess, perform on stage, which was really just them just shitting on the floor, but while I was watching, I was trying to think, like, how would I rate these cows? Like, what makes them better than the other? And I had no answer. I don't know how they rate cows. I'm not sure how you get awards for that. And I do wish that I recorded some of the other cows, because there was some like huge ones that were literally like way above my head and like were like 500 pounds. I should know, probably way more than that. Those like the heavyweight cows, like they were on some sauce to look that big. But this trip also inspired me to go to the zoo again. I haven't been in so many years, and I mean, right now is probably not the greatest time because now it's getting cold and the animals probably want to stay inside and hibernate and whatnot. Once it starts getting warm and sunny again, maybe I will go to a zoo trip and I'll try and record that if that happens. And again, with this sketch, I wanted to keep it as realistic as possible because I think that realism is something that I really struggle with, especially when it comes to just creating sketches from references. So this reference was a little bit complicated, especially with all of the bars. I tried to line it up with the reference and then what I had, and it's not like an identical match by any means, but I think that everything feels a little bit proportionate except for person in the pen. I don't even know who she is, but I think I made her head a little too big. But everything else I think is not too bad. I'm obviously still gonna work a lot on these. Maybe I'll record it in another video once I'm doing the final parts for it. This one I think is coming along all right. I'll put up the other two and the state of them right now, but I think that the one in this video is probably going to be my favorite regardless.
I tried to get to class early today because last time I went to class, there was no one there because I got there late and they ended up going outside to draw trees. So I'm going to try and catch up for that class. And I think I'm also going to try and do the questions at the same time. If you don't already know how this part of the video goes, I usually just ask myself a few questions, so feel free to ask yourself these questions too. My first question for this video is, how easy is it for you to make friends? I think talking to new people in general is a very daunting task, and it is a little bit discouraging when you see other people that like barely know each other and they're getting along so well. It's like, damn, like I kind of already missed my shot. Like these guys are already best friends. I'm just gonna leave them alone. So it is a little discouraging sometimes, but I think the only really way to overcome that kind of doubt of people not liking you is to really just think of the benefit versus think of the risk versus the reward. Because putting yourself out there and just being yourself around people that you want to get to know really has no risk to it. Like you don't really need that person in your life, especially if it's someone new and you don't even know them already. Like you don't really need their approval for anything. So you can't really be too scared to see what happens and take the chance that the reward, which is so much higher, and building a connection with someone new over the slight chance that maybe someone doesn't like you. And I feel like I say this as someone that never puts himself out there, so it'd probably be a good idea to take my own advice every now and again. But it's not like you have to do this. It's really just how I see it on a difficulty level of making friends, because I think that making them is probably the hardest part, because I feel like when you already are close enough with someone and you already know a lot about them, then it's a lot easier to just keep that relationship and just kind of help it keep growing, versus when you first meet someone and you don't really know anything about them, then you're starting from scratch. So you don't even know their favorite color, you don't know if they're left-handed, right-handed, you don't know anything about them really. It's really just something that piques your interest. Maybe it doesn't even pique your interest, maybe you're just so bored in class that you need someone to talk to. And again, the risk is so just insignificant compared to the reward, especially knowing that not everyone is gonna mess with your personality. Like, I feel like that's a given, and you should go into a new conversation or a new friendship, whatever, knowing that not everyone will like you. And I think knowing that, you'll automatically save yourself the worry of, wanting validation from other people. Because if you already know that there's a chance that someone won't like you, then you're prepared for that outcome already. And it's gonna feel even more rewarding on the good chance that they actually do like your energy and your personality. So I think that it's pretty easy to make friends, but it's just very challenging to start the initial process and just to make the first step. I think that saying of the first step is always the hardest when it comes to challenges in life is a very good quote to live by, because everything else after that seems oddly simple. Sketch is coming along a little bit rough here, not gonna lie. I don't even know if you guys can see that. It's literally so bright outside. There you go. My last question for this video is it wrong to spare someone's feelings by lying? And this is a really hard question because I think it comes down to how far you're willing to take the lie. Because say your friend wants to go up to a girl or a guy or whatever, but they're too nervous. So you go up and talk to them for them just to see like, oh, do you think this person looks good? Would you want to talk to this person? And that other person that they like says no. You can't go back to the friend and be like, oh yeah, they're in love with you. Like, they think you look amazing. They think you're gorgeous. Like, because then the friend's gonna start thinking, oh really? Like, I should spend all my time just trying to get to know this person. If they already like me, then I can go chase them and I can get to know them better. But that's literally completely based off of a lie that you said. So once they figure out that the other person doesn't really care about them like that, or they don't really find any interest in talking to them, it's gonna be a little bit soul crushing to them. Not only the fact that the person that they're interested in isn't interested in them back, but the fact that you lied to their face. So I think it comes down to really how far you can take the lie without it backfiring on you. Because I think in some situations, it isn't completely wrong to lie to spare someone's feelings, especially if sparing their feelings is really kind of just redirecting them. Like say someone close to them passed away, or maybe a family pet. Are you really lying if you're like, oh, well, the dog, he was an amazing dog, and unfortunately he's not with us anymore, but you can move on and you'll be happier than ever once you get over his passing? Like, is that really lying, or is it kind of just being more optimistic? And even if in the case that it doesn't work out for them and they can't get over the passing of a family member, then I mean, you really didn't lie. It was a little more encouraging than just straight up lying. I think it also becomes a problem when people lie to kind of reinforce a certain narrative. Say that you heard a rumor about someone and you don't know if it's completely true or false, and you just run with it and start telling everyone around you like, oh, can you believe this person did this, or is like selling crack in a freaking alleyway or some shit. Like, to carry a false narrative about someone is not only just kind of rude, but I think that, again, that's just seeing how far you can take a lie. But even if you do decide to try and take a lie or kind of reverse engineer it to be a little more positive than negative, it's still important to remember how it affects other people, because again, you can always just tell the truth and it might have the same effect as trying to spin it or lie. Okay, I think this is good enough. I think we only just had to make one, and I don't really know what this is for, so I'm gonna have to go to class. I'm gonna be late. That's pretty much all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Remember to stay hydrated.